Hey guys, sup, Reed here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. I'm going to be spending 1 minute before we get into the topic of today's video, which is the next meta. Now, before we get straight into what I'm going to channel update about, well, this video is going to be a preview of a new series that we are launching on Thursday, which will be a weekly series, just like Coffee Time, in a discussion forum called The Next Meta. And what it basically will be is every single week we will break down something in the meta and give you 10 straight minutes and have a discussion pool just like we do on Mondays, because I know there is a huge competitive base on this channel, and we are going to not only just give out for the Blue Eyes players or just for the casual base players or the guys who just want to have fun or the guys who want to go to regionals. We are going to eventually give straight to every single kind of Yu-Gi-Oh player out there. That is our goal, and we are ever evolving it, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy what I'm about to say. There is a schedule change and only affects the videos that come out once per week, just like Coffee Time, which is a discussion-based video. Mondays will still be Coffee Times, Tuesdays, obvious Tech Tuesday. Wednesdays will still be Stock Markets every Wednesday now. Thursdays will be the Yu-Gi-Oh! Next Meta, which is the next meta because it sounds nicer. Just slap off the Yu-Gi-Oh! On it. We spend a good, I think, 3 days discussing on like the title. That actually came. One of these actually came from a subscriber. The next meta thing actually came from my wife. So props to Mrs. Avalon. Fridays will be a changing day depending on the day of the month. Basically one of the Fridays out of the month will each contain one of these: card versus, pack versus, essential reprints, guide to your side. If essential reprints is not really out there as much, then top 5 will take its place, but top 5s will be on Sundays. And finally, the final announcement before we go straight into this freaking discussion, is this like the 5th time I just can't contain my damn excitement over this. A subscriber had written in, and I just want to prove to you guys every single day that we do read every single comment. We do listen to you guys. And I think you saw that beginning of today with the Ritual Lightsworn. It was a deck and some duels. And in case you missed that and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, ask me in the comments immediately. You can leave multiple comments. I'm not going to get mad, and I will send you the link. I will just directly put it in the comments for you. But this actually comes from a subscriber, and he wanted to, he's like, no one's doing this. You guys should do it. And basically what it is stock market deck price guide. And what it is what it sounds like. We are going to basically run down the decks that are topping, tell you exactly how much they cost, how you could probably find stuff cheaper, break it down for you on a competitive level, and in case you're feeling a little left out right now, don't. This actually comes in 2 forms. There is going to be the meta-based one, which is going to be the more tournament-based one. And there is one big detail we're leaving out in this, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we are going to leave it out until we actually air it. That's all I'm going to say to you is I want to leave one surprise for you, and I think you'll be happy that I left it out, and you'll be like, holy crap, you just revolutionized shit, man. That's how we were talking about it, and that's how I feel about it, honestly. I don't want to give away that detail right now. Just please understand, I don't want to give away that detail. I think it's more special you guys see it. The other thing I am super happy to announce is stock market deck price guide requested, which is exactly what that sounds like. You guys are building a deck. You don't know how much it costs or what's the cheapest way to do it. We will go and break down every single card. And this goes for both of them. Every single card in that deck, the price of it, the cheapest way to build it. If you guys want to see a higher end build with more pricey cards, we could do that too. We will do it as requested and as asked, but it will premiere every single Saturday that there is a tournament. We will run down it'll be a week late, so that way it gives us time to film it, edit it, and run down the prices that will ever be changing after stock market. Because I know how much you guys love stock market and think it's like, okay, I just want to touch upon this, and then I'll shut up and actually go into the whole damn discussion. Because I am spending a lot of time on this, I know, but it is very important to run down this shit. Sundays will be top 5 and top 10 countdowns. There, I said that. Okay, we're done here. No, you guys prove every single day that every video you watch it, you love it, and everyone has their quirks of what they prefer. And I just want to constantly give you guys the world in every single freaking way I can. And it's not, I'm looking to be the nice guy of YugiTube. I am straight out trying to show you guys every single day. We are listening, we care, and we are going to be doing this as much as we can until our bodies collapse. And while we're on the road, we're upgrading our computer tech and our cameras and everything. We actually went to Best Buy and looked at new cameras. And our camera looks beautiful, the IRL one, but god damn it, that new upgrade model is just too strong. But we'll talk about that at a later time. On today, on Coffee Time, finally, we have what we're basically doing on Thursday, which is the next meta. This is going to be one giant discussion pool, and yes, I'm going to basically have that channel update where it says, cut to here, go straight to there, because this is going to be one freaking giant-ass channel update. I'll try to do that for you guys. If I don't, remind me. That's all you got to do is just remind me. Now, this is going to premiere every Thursday, and Thursday is going to be a much smaller take, and we're only going to be focusing on one thing. Today we're going to be focusing on the overall aspect of the July 13th, 14th format, which starts on that day. I don't think we're going to see the ban list until July 1st. Just saying. So we have two decks that are basically top contenders because we know pretty much you're safe from the ban list. Scraps, Lightsworn. Lightsworn, there are literally 40 variants to this deck. I'm going to prove that this week. There's literally like 40 variants. I think it's more like 10 or 20. But there's a huge amount to this deck. And it's crazy. I'm out to set that goal to get every single one I possibly can. Hello, Al. It's so random. Scrap Dragon's going to represent Scraps, and all Lightsworn. It's going to be a bunch of pictures to make it easier. So I have to go through massive editing. Scraps. Why am I keep saying Scrap Dragon? Scraps. They're an unknown factor when it comes to the US meta and the Europe meta. Well, basically the TCG meta in general. We don't know what they're going to do because anyone can turn around and say, look what I just teched in and it caused me the win. And we'll be like, what? Kind of situation, and then we all adapt to it. So it's ever-changing kind of thing. Lightsworn is proving itself with Lightsworn Dragon Ruler, so pretty much mid-format what we're going to experience. When a Duelist Alliance comes out, I actually have the release date right now for people who are wondering, August 15th, we get a mid-format change or a little after format change, however you want to look at that. It is going to be the big change. All we really have coming up is the Lightsworn deck and the Pendulum Starter deck. That's it until we get to August 15th. August 15th changes the meta. Duelist Alliance. And I know people are like, oh my god, stop talking about Shaddolls. And trust me, I go through different Yugi-tubers. Stop talking about Shaddolls like they're the #1 thing. They're overhyped. Let me break something down to you for you guys. They could be overhyped because we're starting to understand how to counteract them. That's true. Doesn't mean they're not going to top. So we still have to look at them like a meta deck. The more we look at them as a meta deck, the better we can understand them and probably make them the level of Madolche, where they're really good, but we can actually use other decks to contend against them. Hence why we talk about them a lot. And it's just really cool to get a giant discussion pool going on that. This is the one I'm more interested in talking about, is Ying Zing Archetype, which I'm going to call Ying Zing Dragons. Screw you, Konami. They are so dragons. I wish they were. Basically, when they're destroyed by battle card effect, you get to the next one, and then they synchrocline. They're basically a cross between the Hands and Dragoonies. I guess that's the best way for me to basically describe them. They have their own pot of avarice. So they're pretty freaking powerful. Add in supply unit for more draw power. They know what the hell they're doing. They're like, I'm going to... Oh, and did I mention this Synchro has a Tiramisu effect and they get more support to set after? Yeah. We're actually probably going to get two format changes. And when I say that, if I'm not mistaken, July is the list, and then we don't get a new list, I think, till late November, early December. I'm not fully sure on that until I see it, the new list, and I can actually let you guys know. And we can actually discuss that on Thursday's videos, you know, when we have that information in front of us, because it's going to change overnight constantly. It's a wonderful thing. All these guys have different attributes. That's something to remember. They all basically search out, and then when one of them is used as synchro material, it's a 1900 0 defense Fire Dragon wannabe, I say wannabe because Konami says they're not dragons, then it gains 500 attacks. That's why I kept telling you guys pick up Mask Chameleons, but seems like people were just running one, so may go up to like 10, 15, may not, but at least you got them. That's the main thing, because if not now, then maybe later on the line, Mask Chameleon be the hot tech of the week or something. This is a deck that I feel does not get enough discussion on a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tubers. It's the Teleknights. And regardless really how you decide to build them, I guess we all have our little quirks about them. They are a powerful deck. They honestly are the next generation of Cancellers. I think that is, honestly, I know someone's probably going to get mad at me for saying that. It is the most, I guess, the best way to approaching say about it. Not because of the whole stars align, they're Cancellers, and these guys are the Teleknights, and they tell you the Geminis and shit. It's not what I'm talking about. What I'm simply talking about is that the combos are almost the same in a way. Where it's like you burn your hand, but then you got this counter trap card that says screw everything you do. These guys have one of the best matchups across the board against Shaddolls, against hands, against whatever you're going to be using in the upcoming formats. So these are definitely one that you should pay attention to, and may just beat out this. I mean, that thing still looks like from Legend of Zelda. This is Mid-Rash, and Mid-Rash truly is what makes Shaddolls so good, because you can only special summon once. But what if I told you, I just want to break character here, what if I told you there was a way that you can tell your opponent you can't special at all? Want to know? In today's earlier video, and I think I proved the point, was, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, is this here, which is the Dragon Goddess. And combined with the Dijin, she makes a powerful deck that basically does not allow your opponent to special summon. And can't target and can't be destroyed. And basically, when it comes down to it, this is the wild card that may just pick up steam because of Yu-Gi tubers or because of people just slowly adapting to this ritual deck that is super powerful. I think this, honestly, this and Teleknights don't get enough attention. And I learned quickly about this, not this. This is a whole different discussion we're going to mention in a second. So, let's quickly recap. Ying Zing, Giant Floaters, Dragoony capability of Synchro Summoning, can probably make Quasar in the deck, and Bew Soul Charge. So Teleknights, updated version of Cancellers, can basically use Soul Charge to go nuts, and have a counter track card that says the middle finger to anything you do. And their counter track card allows them to draw one. Excuse me. Shaddolls have graveyard effects, so Nobleman Crossout is one of the best options, and so is Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. And I'm going to constantly say that and drill it into you guys' head. I don't mean to be annoying about it. I just don't want you guys to be like, I can't win against Shaddolls, or I'm having a tough time against... I hate hearing that. I want you guys to have fun. You know, that's the core of this game. There is a competitive level, and there is a fun level. When you combine the two, believe it or not, you can combine the two, you'll have a great time. It's kind of hard to find, but it's there. And it's going to be a little bit hard. But understanding Shaddolls and Teleknights and Yinzings and the rituals, these are the big four. And I will not leave out Star Seth. I promise you, in this video, I'm going to talk about them right after I talk about the ritual here. If you did not, I keep bumping the bowl that's next to me. It's like I had the munchies in the middle of filming at 4 in the morning because I need to keep my strength up, keep awake. And I can't just drink coffee, so I gotta make sure this gets out for you guys. And I have like 2 hours to get this shit done so I can start uploading on private and make sure everything gets out in time. It's gonna be a long day for me, but I love you guys. This here allows you to ritual summon, and it works pretty much across the board with any deck that you can think of that can support it. Massive draw power, anything like that. I think this is going to be the sleeper deck. Star Seraphs, I don't have fully enough experience to fully talk about it, especially getting wrecked, not when I was playing this, but when I was playing something else, getting wrecked by that 104, I think it was. And now I know to basically go back, touch upon the deck, and put the 104 in because that thing was stupid, and I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to listen to you guys, honestly. I think the route I was going was more to a friend of mine's, NeoSpark, who still makes council content once in a while. It was kind of just, I saw the way he was playing it, and it's like, I'm going to go down this route. I like this route. But, I'm going to do a version 2 for you guys. Star Seraphs, the Ritual, the Dragon Princess, Shaddolls, Satella Knights, and Ying Zings are basically the top 5 contenders to be the next meta in the mid-shift change. Honestly, I hate to sound this way. I feel like Ying Zing or Star Seraph's going to be on the bottom of that. And the Ritual is going to be like the 3rd place because no one's really going to be running it. And then it may just come out of nowhere and someone starts topping with it. It's like Perfect Herald. And I feel Shaddolls and Satella Knights will be killing each other to try to see what tops. Given at the time that Lightsworn still do have a great matchup against Shaddolls, we don't know what the hell Konami's going to do and how it's going to affect the variants. Now, I feel the variants are going to be the strongest answer to Shaddolls, and it depends, well, basically what people decide to do with Lightsworn. You know, if we play Felice, pop that freaking mid-rash. It's just a lot of unknowns, and that's why I feel we need to do this weekly series now to constantly spit out the information. This is going to be the one Exceed that you care about because it targets one on the field and puts it back in the deck by detaching 2. Do I think it's going to be cheat? Nope. Do I think it's going to be Ultra? Probably. It's Konami. They'll change it to a water gun, and then this will still have its KFC little freaking rodeo chicken thing. This is the one thing I do want to talk about that I feel will get towards the end of it or early next year is Heroes. I definitely think they're going to be on the contender list to basically get some tops. At least some tops. I really do. But I feel it's going to be one of those things we just got to sit back and wait. Definitely their new support is so freaking splashable. A lot of this stuff is really splashable. Like, when you think about it, Shaddolls can splash away a light deck, even Satella Knight, and I think that's going to be something that if someone can, like, break that, oh my, it's going to be a pain. But keep in mind, Gravekeepers cannot stop the Shaddoll graveyard effects, unless I'm mistaken. That's been my experience with it. But yeah, there you go. That's just a quick little rundown, and then just final thoughts before we go and touch upon this on Thursday again about the upcoming format change. I just want to quickly say thank you all for watching this long video. Just massive channel updates, and it'll be partly channel update with the next meta. And it just, my throat's getting a little bit sore, and it's 4 a.m. and it's pretty much time just to close off the video. I just want to say thank you. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Become part of the discussion in the comments. It's the only way we can really have a discussion. I do answer every comment, and I hope you guys read through the comments and come back and read through some comments a day later or something, and we can have a giant discussion pool about this. What do you guys think is going to be the next meta? Oh, excuse me. Allergies are acting up now. What do you guys think will top at the YCS, the first YCS of the event? Will it be Scraps, Lightsworn, or just something we don't see coming? Look at that, Lila. So smug. Anyway, I hope you guys do tune in on Thursday to the next meta series, which will be every week. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more, and I will catch you next video, which will be in a few hours. See you then. Peace.